The most important strategy: teach our children to obey us. This is the prerequisite principle. This is the first thing we must do. Employing this parenting strategy alone will make an immeasurable difference in the quality of our relationships with our children. This means to make sure our children do exactly what we tell them to do when we tell them to do it, as opposed to when he feels like it or when we've lost our patience and are about to spank her little narrow. Now, that underlined part is critically important because at that point, we are teaching our children discipline, responsibility, accountability, and respect all at the same time, which helps to expand our children's sense of self, that extended self-identity, and produces a mature and responsible person who does what is needed when it is needed. This strategy can be implemented using a 3-part method. Part 1, keep our attention on our children until they have done exactly what we told them to do. This is the first place we parents fall down on the job. Nowadays, we tell our children to do something, then we flee the scene. We physically leave the area where they are. This would not be so bad if we went back soon afterward to make sure they completed the task, but we don't do that, do we? We become engrossed in something else entirely, and if we go back to the scene, our minds are focused on something else, and we don't realize our children did not do what we said until hours or even days later. But there's something more, something very important about keeping our attention on our children until they have done exactly what we told them to do. When we take the time to pay attention in the beginning, it satisfies our children's innate need for attention. When baby is crying after being fed and changed, unless baby is sick, holding and talking to baby will soothe baby. That's attention. You know how children are always looking for our attention? Look at me. See what I can do. Watch me. See? Are you looking? Same thing. Children seek attention from us because they are looking for connection and approval from us. They aren't using those words, but that's what it is. Children are trying to show us that they are growing and have mastered skills, are useful and have talent. They want us to recognize their growth and abilities. They want us to feel good about them and be proud of them. So they're always on the lookout for opportunities to get a smile of approval from us. Just a smile and positive encouragement of some sort. Nothing material. Just a hug, a pat, saying good job, a kiss on the forehead. Something that says, I'm happy you're here. Giving them attention does that. Now let's define attention. Attention. The conscious, on-purpose directing of one's senses towards someone or something with interest. The more senses engaged, the more attentive a person is. By senses, I mean the eyes, the ears, the nose, touching, tasting, intuition, etc. Attention is looking at and listening to someone or something because they are interesting or important to you. I'm convinced we parents don't realize the many ways we communicate to our children. Man, I sure hate I had you. I'd rather be doing something else than being here with you. My life would be so much better if you weren't around. Harsh words, I know, but we communicate that damaging message in little and big ways. Sometimes we actually say those words to our children. Now, in the case of attention, we communicate that destructive message when we simply don't give it, when we don't give our children attention. We make the mistake of not looking at them, not watching them, and what we're doing as a regular part of interacting with them. And we don't smile at them. Looking and smiling at our children regularly goes a long way with them. Looking and smiling goes a long way with people, period. But let's be clear about who we are to our children. We are our children's first loves. There's nobody they love more than us. And just like anybody who loves someone, they want to know we love them back. Just think about the love in your life. How do you want them to respond when they first see you? You want them to look at you and smile. That is confirmation for us that, hey, they're glad I'm here. And if they don't look and smile, you know there's a problem. And if that's the way they usually act when you come in the room, frowning, not saying anything, looking away, you will question if they love you or even like you. Now imagine trying to get a look and a smile, and your love responds by waving you off. Get out of my face. Go play. Messed up, isn't it? Our children can tell if we're giving them attention or not because they see the level of attention we give to our friends and to what's on our phone and TV. Our children are trying to get that level of attention, and we can give it to them when we give them an instruction and keep our attention on them until they have done exactly what we told them to do. Act like our children are our phones or televisions. Watch them like that, with interest, smiling, laughing, correcting, giggling. You know, when you think about it, children are nature's phones and televisions, only better. You'll never see the same episode twice. Let's think about what they do and ask them questions. Let's allow ourselves to be surprised by what they know and can learn with our help. You will find that our children are more interesting than we can possibly imagine. When we give our children an instruction and we stay in the room with them to make sure they do it, we are giving them positive attention, something they need to grow a positive sense of self. We're watching to make sure they complete the task to our specifications, and when they make mistakes while carrying out the instruction, we're able to correct them on the spot with love and encouragement. This is where our patience comes in. We have to slow down. No, we just need to stop because we're giving instruction and allowing them to fumble through, learn, grow confidence, and master. Not doing it for them. We are making sure they know we're watching, we're on their side, and are helping them to learn how to do it correctly, and sharing with them that someday soon they will not need us to be looking at all, and what a great day that will be. When we stay in the room and watch them, we're on the same team. And when we parents make the mistake of giving an instruction and then leaving the room, if it's not done when we return, we're not on the same team anymore, are we? Now it's not positive attention. Now it's negative attention. And in this situation, our children are not the ones at fault. When we are consistent with part 1, parts 2 and 3 are not needed as much.